Hey there, happy day 940. What you up to now? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here at your disposal, documenting and sharing my journey as I transition from the brick and mortar corporate world of America to the online world. And it's been a journey. Today's day 940, so obviously it's been a journey. And I am calling this Fix It, because guess what? Sometimes stuff breaks. Sometimes stuff isn't working, and we just have to suck it up, buttercup, and fix it, right? I've had one of those mornings. My ring light, which is a really silly, not technical thing, it keeps falling over. It was tipping over. I had it on a stand that was a little wobbly, and the support beams didn't exactly fit right on it, so I had a tape, and it just kept falling toward me. So my last get up and go video has got a kind of a crooked angle. And is it the end of the world? No, it's absolutely positively not the end of the world, but I just fixed it. I ripped it all up, stuck it on top of a tool thing, and I'll fix it later today. I'll give it a more permanent fix. But to get through my content, to create what I want to create in the mornings, I just solved the problem and fixed it. Kind of like my hair today. It was sticking out, so I'm like, pin it back, just fix it, and then move on. Use your energy on things that really matter. And I have to remind myself of that all the time. Sometimes we get off track or off course or on the wrong road, or we're doing the wrong thing. And it takes a while before we absolutely consciously notice it. And I'm doing some of those things in my business right now. I'm noticing, and I've noticed for a long time, it's been kind of niggling away at the back of my mind, that I needed to change some things. When I first came online, I wanted to do the laptop lifestyle, and I was in my pajamas a lot. I found out that I was in my pajamas a lot during this working from home and being only online thing, so I'd like hang out in my pajamas. And so I was getting ready to go to a big marketing event, and I decided, pajama grandma, and I ran it by a couple of my very successful, very strong online friends, and they're like, oh yeah, that's great, go ahead, do that, that's so you. So I did, and I did it for a couple of years, and then I've been wanting to like kill grandma off and that's just a part of me for over a year now, and I didn't know how to do it. So this year, beginning of 2020, I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get rid of pajama grandma. And of course, then COVID hit, and my family is like horrified. They're like, yeah, you can't do that. And my podcast, there's 3,300 some episodes on that, all as Pajama Grandma podcast. So I've got to figure out how to rebrand and how to transition that, and I just have to fix it. I've been dawdling around with it. I just took Pajama Grandma off my signature on stuff, and I need to just go. I just went to my name, but I don't want to have the Sharon Horne-Ellstrom podcast, because how freaking boring is that? I need something. So I'm working on rebranding and transitioning, and I've done a few challenges, and I'm trying to figure out what's really me, what really feels right to me, and I'm working on that. And as part of this challenge that I'm doing, I said, okay, I'm picking my group and the people I'm going to stand for, and I'm going to stand up for and be my people, and I'm working on that. I haven't finished it yet. I haven't 100% solidified it yet, but I think I know who I love to work with, and those are the people that I want to serve first. And then will I serve other people? Absolutely, positively. Serve as many people as I possibly can, and help as many people as I possibly can give value to. But that's one of the things that I've known for a long time. I just need to fix it. I need to fix it and stop messing around with other stuff, stop getting sidetracked and down different roads that aren't leading me toward what it is that I'm here for, what I really want to do. So Get Up and Go Challenge today was all about using the SOAP framework. So framework, day 25 out of our 30-day free challenge. Using the SOAP framework to clean up when we're feeling dirty, when we're feeling anything. So washing us up, soap, when you're dirty, you hop in the shower. When you're sweaty, you hop in the shower. Sweaty is a feeling. Dirty is a feeling. Doubt, worry, fear, guilt, anxiety, depression. Those are all, hate, jealousy. Those are all negative feelings, and we have positive feelings. And we can use the SOAP framework automatically to enhance and make sure that we're performing the way we want to perform and moving toward what we want by using the SOAP framework. And I use the demonstration, the example of frustration, because frustration is a feeling that I used to feel on an everyday basis, and it wasn't serving me. So I actually used the SOAP framework on myself to alleviate that, to change my definition of frustration, was the progress and the system I put in place to ensure that I have continuous progress, by reframing and changing how I feel, experience, and define frustration, and really what it takes for me to feel frustrated. I actually learned that strategy from Tony Robbins in my 20s, in my early 20s, and I'm 60 now. In my 20s, I learned that, and I did it on depression and on pain, because I needed to change my definition of depression and pain and other feelings like that, and it served me really well. So over the years, I've done it with a lot of different emotions. It takes, I don't hate anything or anybody. I might say hate once in a very rare while, but really don't hate anything, because I changed my definition of hate. I changed what it took for me to feel worry about my kids. I don't know about you, but as a mom, it's like automatic, built into our nature to worry about our kids. And when my kids were little, I thought everything was going to kill them. And I said, don't do that, it's going to kill you. And my sisters reminded me of that recently with my granddaughter. They're like, you used to do that with your kids. Don't do that. Don't be worried. And so I realized that I needed to go through the SOAP framework again and remind myself of my new definition of worry, right? And so I don't worry about anything that I don't have control over. I'm not going to worry it or waste any negative energy on worry. If it's in my control, I'm going to change it. So I'm not going to worry about it because I can control it. If it's outside of my control, I'm not going to spend an instant of time worrying about it. There are millions, if not hundreds of millions of people sitting around right now worrying about the political scene in America. Guess what? Them worrying about it isn't going to do anything, right? It's not going to do anything but waste their time and energy and their emotions. So bye-bye worry, bye-bye frustration. Although I admit it, I still feel frustrated sometimes. And yes, I do worry sometimes, but I don't let myself stay there. I don't get in a worry cycle where I just get worried. It's just, I don't have the time and energy for it. So that was our day 25 Get Up and Go challenge. Fun challenge today was about who do you like to waste time with? Because if you're doing something with someone or doing nothing with someone that you enjoy spending time with, it's not really a waste of time. So who's your favorite person to waste time with was our fun challenge today. And of course right now, my favorite person to waste time with is my beautiful little granddaughter. She's going on vacation tomorrow and then she starts school, and I am going to miss her so much because she has definitely been the light that has made the whole COVID pandemic absolutely palatable and secretly enjoyable for me, because I have gotten the blessing of being able to spend so much time with her. It's been so fun, and I'm going to miss her so much. I hope that we still get to spend some time together going forward, but I'm not sure how much. It will definitely not be the gift of the last 6 months of time that I've gotten to spend with her. Oh, alarms still set, means I'm talking too much. So that was our fun challenge today. Eating crow. To eat crow was the idiom for Supersize Your Business and just for my Facebook Live. And it was interesting. I didn't think I had anything to say about eating crow, and that I didn't think I'd ever had to eat crow. But if I think about it, there's areas and aspects of my life that I've definitely eaten crow in. And I did it for a much longer time than I ever should have, or that I would believe that me as a person would. And I think of my marriage and how much my ex-husband was a control freak, and in a lot of ways I chose to stay in that relationship. So I chose to eat crow, humiliate myself, be less than who I really am in that relationship. And I'm still unraveling and dealing with some of that. I'd like to say it's done and that I'm just so over it. And I'm so over any of the feelings that were associated with that. But I'm still working through and seeing how, every once in a while, I'll get a glimmer of how that impacted me and my choices and my decisions and the way I behaved and what I believed was possible for me during those years. And then even beyond, after being out of that relationship, the impact that some of that had on who I am today versus who I could or would be and who I will be moving forward, because it needs to be just, let go of. So eat crow, good one. Apparently crow tastes disgusting, never had a crow. Eaten a lot of weird stuff over the years, including ducks, but never crow. And I think that's one I'll probably pass on for the rest of my days. I don't think I ever need to eat crow. So that's it. That's what I'm working on. I did not write a single word in my book yesterday, not a single one. So I'm going to have to strategize and actually build in blocks of time in my schedule that I'm going to devote to doing that if I'm going to get it done. And get it done in a timely manner. I don't need to drag it out. Should have started it month 1 of quarantine or week 1, day 1 of quarantine, and it would have been done months ago. But that's another one of those shoulda, coulda, woulda if I'd known better, but I didn't, and so I didn't do it, so now I'm doing it. We do what we can with what we've got right now, and we do what we can once we do better when we know better, right? If we don't know something consciously, we don't do it. We don't take action on it. But when we do know, then we do better. So I know the SOAP framework can work for me, works for me every day, and can work for the people that I'm sharing it with as well. Because if we're on a cycle of continually doing what's best for us and making us feel better, it really, the one thing I liked about today's Get Up and Go challenge is emotionally, all of us human beings, right? We all think and we all believe that we are conscious, thinking, subjective, rational decision makers and human beings, and we absolutely positively aren't. We filter everything through our emotions and how something's going to make us feel. So why not own up to that, realize it on a conscious level, and know that, hey, my emotions are a great gift. Good, bad, ugly, beautiful, negative, positive, it doesn't matter. They're a gift because they're telling us what we're feeling right now. And everything changes when we know and control and figure out how to go with our feelings and manage our feelings versus letting our feelings manage us. So I really like, and I haven't done a lot of emotional work. I'm pretty deep, but a deep well to myself, not to anybody else in the outside world. So I think it's really important that I, like everybody else, realize, hey, I'm an emotional being just like everybody else. Try to pretend I'm not because, I'm this nerdy engineer, but I totally am. So knowing that, why don't I use my emotions as a signal to let me know, it's kind of like our bodies. Our bodies are this great consciousness facilitator, right? They tell us, and the whole rest of the world, by the way, exactly what we're thinking about ourselves all the time. Right now, I am thinking that COVID has been bad for me, and I've gotten out of shape, lethargic, my energy's down, my clothes don't fit. So, wake up, Sharon. That is you telling you what you're thinking about, and I just shared it, about yourself. And if you're thinking that, guess what? You're creating that, and it's showing up in your life. So, emotionally, that feels bad to me, but I keep feeding it and making it feel bad until I take and I use the SOAP framework and I say, okay, this is what's going on right now. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm thinking. This is what's showing up in my life. What do I want? Well, this is what I want. This is how I want to think. This is what I want to show up in my life. So now, how do I get there? How do I get from A to B? Then I can use the SOAP framework to say, okay, once I'm clearly looking at and facing up to and acknowledging the situation, now I can do something about it. So I can fix it, right? I can fix it. Guess what? The only person that can ever fix anything about you is you. Because you at least have to take the first step to say, hey, something's wrong, I need help with this. Or call a doctor, or call a lawyer, or call, an Indian chief, whatever you happen to need to help you fix a particular situation. All right, go out, have an absolutely amazing day. If I can help you in any way, ask in the comments below. I probably won't answer today. I'm just going to be really honest. I am 100% focusing on my amazing granddaughter today because this is the last full day I know I get to spend with her in a while. And even if it's only a week, guess what? It's the same thing. I'm going to take advantage of it. Not take advantage of it, but I'm going to embrace it wholeheartedly and be so grateful for the time I get to spend with her. All right, have a fantastic day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.